We've got prime Barclaysman in the big 2025, a major double upset at the Club World Cup, Turkish football is popping off, and NBA star Victor Wembanyama isn't beating the Ekitike allegations. This is DMAC Daily. For those who are old enough to remember, Barclaysman is a recent term used to describe a cult hero Premier League player during the era where Barclays was the competition sponsor. Hugo Rodallega was a classic. The Colombian striker formerly of Wigan and Fulham was never prolific, but he still delivered some classic goals, some iconic celebrations, and just had an overall aesthetic to him that was loved by Premier League fans in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Well, anyways, fast forward to 2025, and somehow the centre forward is still balling out at the professional level, aged 39, back in Colombia as captain of Santa Fe. In the final game of their domestic season, his club needed to secure a victory on home soil to win the league title. But in the 77th minute, with the scoreline still level, Rodallega suffered an injury. He could barely walk as a result and was visibly in tears that his dream had been shattered. But just moments later, unbelievably, Santa Fe's winger skinned two players out wide and saw Rodallega limping towards the edge of the box. He found his captain, who proceeded to slot home the title-winning goal. Bro couldn't even celebrate the moment properly as he was clearly compromised. But this is football heritage. This is the beautiful game at its very best. Just when you think you've seen it all, the football gods deliver another legendary script. Moving to Club World Cup action, and there is a very real possibility that we could see a non-European finalist at this year's tournament. Inter Milan, fresh off of their Champions League humiliation, have suffered another devastating blow, with Fluminense knocking them out in the round of 16. Despite Inter's squad value being over 8 times that of their opponents, they were deservedly beaten by the determined Brazilian club. 44-year-old Fabio made 4 brilliant saves, and we also witnessed a timeless performance by Thiago Silva. The 40-year-old centre-back continues to age like a fine wine. Meanwhile, in Orlando, Man City have been dumped out of the Club World Cup by fellow Middle Eastern club Al Hilal. I did not see this result coming. City were my personal favourites to go all the way, but fair play to Inzaghi's men. They were compact, resolute in defence, and a constant threat on the counter-attack against this stacked City side. Like, this wasn't a fluke result. They hit Pep for 4 goals and rallied for 120 minutes. All of their foreign stars were exceptional, and it now sets up an intriguing quarter-final tie with Fluminense. As a Chelsea fan, I can't believe how favourable this draw is to potentially reach the final now, but I'm not underestimating any team at this point. Meanwhile, in transfer news, and Turkey are up to something. Last year, world football was shocked when star striker Victor Osimhen, despite the interest of several major clubs, somehow ended up in Istanbul, signing a 1-year loan with Galatasaray. This was genuinely insane because of Turkey's status as the 10th highest ranked league in Europe. For them to pull a superstar in his prime was a game changer. Unsurprisingly, Osimhen smashed it, winning the domestic double, was voted player of the season, took home the golden boot, but most importantly, his presence massively boosted the reputation of Turkey's top flight. Gala has since gone all out to sign him permanently, and whether or not they succeed, they are a more appealing club than they were 12 months ago. The proof? They just signed Leroy Sané, a player wanted by several European giants. On top of that, Gala are going all out to secure Inter Milan's Hakan Çalhanoğlu. But it's not just Gala that are showing ambition. Mourinho's Fenerbahce are closing in on John Duran from Al Nassr while simultaneously gunning for Jadon Sancho. And crosstown rivals Besiktas just broke their transfer record to land Tammy Abraham. Bro took the come to Besiktas messages personally. And finally, is Hugo Wembanyama secretly Hugo Ekitike in disguise? For the last 12 months, I have been convinced that these two individuals are actually the same person. And this video only provides further evidence of my conspiracy theory, with Wembanyama spotted in Tokyo taking a free kick and proceeding to hit the top corner. That right there is a 100 million euro footballer. Anyways, that's today's DMAC Daily. See you tomorrow.